It's a real privilege to spend time in this almost extinct wildlife community, looking for the tiger mother and her two almost full-grown cubs I was told were in the area. In the dry season, the grass is shortest and gives me the best chance of seeing a big cat. In this small corner of Bardia, there are so many tigers they have just 5 square kilometers per cat, and are surviving on a fraction of the land area needed by their Russian cousins. But it doesn't mean they're easy to see. Waiting for days on a likely riverbank normally reveals an extraordinary parade of potential tiger prey, and very few tigers. Spotted deer are the most numerous grazer here by far, and they're often joined by the critically endangered swamp deer, or barasingha. Rhinos would make scarily close passes, and their visits, along with the antics of the smooth-coated otters, kept me awake during long stints in the heat. When not in the water, the otters love a bit of croc bothering. But tiger sightings were few and far between, and often too far away to see whether it was a tiger just passing through or one of the 3 I was looking for. Days would pass between visits. When a tiger did show itself, the pattern was usually the same. The sound of distant alarm calls of spotted deer would alert the other animals. Almost invisibly in the grass, a tiger was moving towards the water. The animals would react and clear the area before the tiger would suddenly appear on the bank. This looked like a young female, so was perhaps one of the family I was looking for. A young bull elephant paid no attention whatsoever, but she still gave him a warning just in case. So far, I've not seen any sign of hunting or a mother with 2 large cubs. But when all settled down, this cat immediately goes into stalking mode. And there's another tiger. The otters start to get nervous. The first tiger knows there's something there and hides. And now the second tiger appears, also a young female. Hearing a sound behind the tuft of grass, the second tiger stalks in for a closer look. She gets a big surprise. These can only be 2 young sisters, as they clearly know each other. I called them Sister 1 and Sister 2. Their cuddly days seem to be over. No sign of their mother, though. Perhaps she's already left them. This tantalizing glimpse is soon cut short by thick grass, as Sister 1 follows Sister 2 down a hidden rhino trail. There's Sister 2 with her pride back after some deer. Now we can see more than she can. Those deer in the open are safe. Those in the grass could be in trouble. However, I'm told this youngster is only 26 months old, so is probably a novice when it comes to stealth and patience. Even though the deer are running close to her, they don't know exactly where she is. And the tiger can't see exactly where the deer are. She has to rely on hearing. There are so many tigers in close proximity that those in nearby territories can hear what's going on with their neighbours. Not far away, an adult female listens to the mayhem caused by Sister 2. On the other side of the tower, we spot a distant male watching and listening. By 7 p.m, the waxing moon is now the only illumination over the grasslands. This is where the new technology comes in. We have a super-sensitive starlight camera, which can see in moonlight, perhaps as well as a tiger. We also have a thermal camera which detects the heat from animal bodies. A group of deer have gathered where the grass is short and where they can see what's going on. The rhinos seem nervous. It's surprising these 3-ton giants would be worried about tigers. They have skin 2 inches thick, as well as special sharp teeth for fighting. But they're clearly upset about something. And suddenly, there's a tiger on the road. It's Sister 2 again. The deer can see her perfectly well. To my knowledge, this is the first time a tiger has ever been filmed in moonlight. She makes her way towards the sound on a small deer track. At her eye level, she can barely see the deer, but of course she can hear them. The deer can just see her. Their heads are higher. We also have amazing high-resolution camera traps placed on various trails around the tower. The deer seems surprisingly relaxed. Now the tiger turns onto a rhino trail in a gully out of sight. She ups her pace to cover some ground quickly. When she emerges at the other end, it's as if the deer were expecting her. In typical cat fashion, she pretends she wasn't even looking their way and continues. It's hard to tell whether this was a serious attempt or just a cub practicing its moves. Not so much a failure as good experience gained. Once the moon sets, it becomes very dark. Most humans would describe this as a pitch-black night, where you can barely see the ground under your feet. The deer become nervous and concentrate into the most open areas, with the shortest grass. It's now too dark to see anything without thermal or infrared. The rhinos use scent to navigate to their favourite grazing areas. And there's sister number 1, walking the same route as sister number 2 earlier. Finally, the cub's mother makes an appearance on the trap cam. Perhaps hoping for a bit of quiet hunting time on her own. Now it was truly dark. There seemed to be tigers everywhere. This is a big male who seems to be trailing the mother. Like all the tigers we saw at night, he walks carefully and slowly. The mother can hear rhinos feeding in the river and changes her course to avoid bumping into them. The male follows. Sister number 2's not far away, trying to sneak up on some sleeping deer, although she has no idea exactly where they are. And is soon discovered. "500 meters away on the other side of the tower, sister number 1 is looking for a lead. Again, that slow listening walk. Watch the way she holds her head still, as if she's not using her eyes at all, but concentrating on what she can hear. Like some deer crossing the stream. She makes her way towards them silently, using a detailed mental map of hundreds of trails. Like the deer, she crosses in a place that crocodiles rarely use. Tigers have the biggest brains of all the cats, perhaps to remember complex routes. The deer calls are from the other side of the river. There's definitely another tiger moving around nearby. It's a good distraction for Sister Number 1, so she can cover some ground quickly, but she should take care. Meeting another tiger could be dangerous. Now she's on a clean rhino road. She can move silently. She's actually looking quite well fed, and probably isn't that hungry. But at her age, hunting like this is everything she wants to do. She's like a student revising for her exams, and soon she won't have her mother's safety net. Now that she's not on a trail, any slight mistake could reveal her presence. Her hearing is so acute, she knows what the deer are doing, but they're looking the wrong way. She feels the ground as she puts her feet down. This stage of a tiger hunt is rarely filmed, as normally the tiger would be completely invisible. It's now so quiet that even the echo of her own footprints would give her information about her surroundings. She's definitely got the hang of silent stalking. With so many tigers around, the deer are alert. The deer call is not for her. She backs off rather than reveal herself and gives us a look as if we're somehow to blame. She needs to lie low for a while. The big male is still looking for the mother. And now he's found Sister 2. She's the one running for her life. He wouldn't want to see any cubs around if he's chatting up the mother, especially if they aren't his. He continues on the trail of the mother. Sister 1 finds a safe place to hide. And there's the mother. The male makes a small grunt to announce his presence. She knows who it is anyway. She looks as if she was expecting him. As it turns out, this rich corner of Bardia is hemmed in on two sides by villages and farmland. This perfect tiger habitat, now so close to extinction, is also perfect for agriculture. This part of Bardia is where most rhinos live, and where most of the deer live, and where the densest population of tigers in the world lives. The mother of the two cubs won't relinquish her hard-won territory even for her daughters, and she'll soon have another litter on the way. For sister number one, this is the only habitat she knows. Her chances of survival for another year are slim at best. Most of Bardia consists of areas with low prey density, salve forest or closed hill forest. There are only a few other reserves where this habitat can still be found, complete with their prehistoric megafauna. Tiger heaven. Good tiger habitat with tigers is far more endangered than the Amazon rainforest or coral reefs. Yet in the north, there are still huge areas that recently supported Amur tigers and could do so again. For the two sisters at the start of their journeys, we can only hope they have sufficient brains, hunting skills and luck to find a place of their own.